are back, baby. Hello. Welcome in, one and all, or both of you in this case. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we doing? Do say a little cheeky hello in the chat. Right, so Premiership Rugby is back. We are back. We missed the first round. Busy times these days. It can be a little bit difficult to get on, but when we can, we will. We'll do what we can. So yes, good stuff. Exeter and travelled to Six Ways today. A game that nobody was really sure we were going to get on, but credit to Worcester County Council and all of the staff that still haven't been paid and all the nonsense that's going on around Six Ways at the minute. You know, fair play to getting this fixture on. Real trouble for Worcester Warriors at the moment financially. £25 million worth of debt. The £6 million tax bill still outstanding. An ultimatum this week thrown at Worcester Warriors by the RFU. Get your house in order or get out. Oh, hang on. Where did this come from? I don't know. It's Sunday afternoon. We've got nothing else to do. We've got a couple of hours free, so let's watch some ruggers. That's what I say, Flesh. And welcome in, though, you hunky, chunky, funky man, you. Right. So yeah, $6 million, £6 million tax bill. It's all going wrong for Worcester, but they do what they do. Grant, we're back. Yes, we are, Grant. Welcome in. Welcome in. Do as well hit that like button. One of you. There's 5 of you lovelies in here. Let's see if we can get a couple more likes. We've got 1 at the minute. What else has gone wrong for Worcester? Yeah, so ultimatum from the RFU. Get out or get your house in order. BT Sports are claiming that there are going to be massive leaps forward in the next 48 hours. I was just about to go down the pub. Wow. I mean, you can still go down the pub if you want. Exeter vs Skin RFC. Well, we say this. So the rumour mill is rife, isn't it, at the minute? So we know that Worcester are in trouble. We know that Wasps are in trouble. But we also know that there is one other club financially struggling. And I kind of wonder if it's Exeter. I wonder if Exeter are in trouble financially. I don't know. Sarries, could be Sarries, yeah. I mean, Nigel Ray has been flashing that checkbook around though, hasn't he? So yeah, I'm not sure who is the third club, but I know that Exeter last season really struggled with sponsors because of the whole cultural appropriation malarkey. And yeah, I do wonder whether that lack of sponsorship money has caused some issues, because essentially their shirt sponsor last season was a muddy field, wasn't it? It was the owner's business park that he hasn't built yet. Sale or Newcastle could be. I mean, it could be any one of them. To be fair, professional rugby is in the drink. As a business model, it's really not working. But we will see what happens. We will see what happens. Right. Anyway, let's get through these teams, shall we? So let's start with the home team. How can Sale afford all those Saffers, or are we just cheap? Grant, you're just cheap. Yeah. What we do is we convert your salary to RAN, knowing that the conversion rate's not very good in your favour. So winner chicken dinner for the Premiership clubs that are trying to get Saffers on board. Right, okay, so on to Worcester into the front row then. So we've got Right. Let's not fuck about, shall we? It's the first one back for the season, and the first name, I've no idea how to pronounce it. We know what the score is with my pronunciation. It's not going to improve any, so let's just accept it is what it is. And when the commentators say it properly, I'll get it right. So, Morozov, Langdon and McCallum are your front row. Into the second row, you've got Bately and Kitchener. Into the back row, Lee Warner, Neild and Tom Dodd at 8. On to the backs then, Gareth Simpson, Owen Williams are your half. Oh, I've lost my monitor. Hello? Oh, there I am. Onto your blindside winger, you've got Alex Earl. Into the centres, you've got Venter and Ollie Lawrence. Open side wing, you've got Perry Humphreys. And at fullback, Shilcock. That's why we're here, for the fucked up pronunciation. I'm sure it's the alert of all those lovely Manc ladies. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Never before has anybody said, I want to move to Manchester because I want a woman that looks like a smackhead. Right, anyway, moving on. On to Exeter. Alec Hepburn, Street are your front row. Jack Dunn and Johnny Gray are in the second row. Kirsten, what the fuck is that? Shiunza? Christ, we're going with Christ. That's what we'll call him today. In at 7. Capstick in at 8. Townsend and Skinner are your halfbacks. Woodburn on the blindside wing. Witten and O'Loughlin. In the centres. Jack Knoll on the open side wing. And Joe Simmons at 15. Interesting to see Joe Simmons there. Ain't that the truth? Right. So let's have a little cheeky look at the poll. 100% of you think that Exeter are going to win this, and I'm absolutely with you 100%. I think Worcester proper in. I mean, Worcester aren't considered a great side anyway, are they? And yet here we are in a position where they're proper fucked. So yeah, it's a real shame, but it is what it is. In that Exeter 7, is that Exeter 7 not a young Welsh lad? Yes, he is, isn't he? He is the young Welsh lad, isn't he? He is the lad that everybody's chatting about at the minute. So interested to see how he gets on. So we are getting closer and closer to kick-off. The staff are club banner. Only 4,000 allowed in today because of safety restrictions. And the staff are out on the pitch with the Save Our Club banner, and the fans are applauding them feverishly, let's say that, as the hashtag goes out, hashtag together, and you gotta respect it. They're absolutely in the mud, but they are still desperately clinging on, and everybody giving it their absolute all, and it's scenes that you love to see. For all of those volunteers and unpaid staff that are just keep going. Just keep going and going and going. Right, there's my ball tracking. Steve Diamond, the man in charge for Worcester, of course, as always. Rob Baxter, the man in charge for Exeter, although he has got some new coaching staff underneath him just to mix it up. Sebastian, good afternoon. Welcome in. Welcome in, big man. Looking forward to this. Should be a bit juicy, to be fair. Worcester will be keen to impress in front of their home fans, potentially the way things are going, the last time they could play in front of this home crowd. So nobody wants to see that, obviously, but you know, I've driven past that ground. Shame if it goes. It's a nice ground, to be fair. I've been there a couple of times. It's a lovely little facility, very quaint, very intimate, and very reasonably priced, I must say. Was it hospitality was 60? What was it? 60 quid a head. Maybe that's why they're in the mud. So BT Sports just identifying their head-to-heads. In the forwards, they've got Langdon versus Yendall. Good mobile forwards around the park. And into the backs, we'll find out who they're going to... Oh, it's going to be the 15s. Shilcock versus Simmons are the head-to-head there. I'm having some microphone issues today. I don't know what's going on with that. Right. We will, we'll just battle on with that. That's no problem.
Give me one, brother.
Hey!
Very good, very nice. Hello, chicken nugget.
Kangor, thank you for the sub.
Kangor subscribed to the channel.
Lovely jubbly. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000 and we are 76 away. We're getting there, inch by inch. Right, so here come the Chiefs down the narrow corridors of Six Ways. So, should we set some goals? Should we set some goals for the stream? Let's see. We've got 4 likes on the stream at the moment. So let's see if we can get to 5 before kickoff. And once we get to 5 before kickoff, we'll see if we can get to 10 for half time. Let's go with that. Right, so out come Exeter in their white kit. As the unpaid staff and volunteers applaud them onto the field in a guard of honour. Very nice to see. With their new logo. How do we feel about the new logo? And here come Worcester Warriors. Of course, they haven't paid for their new kit yet, so they are playing in last season's kit without any names on the back. And out they come, led out by Francois Vanta. Banners in the east stand of the grounds. Just hashtag together, and you love it. Absolutely love it. 4.5 packed in there. Beautiful scenes. Right. And of course they are in there. Blue. I think we are going to have a moment's silence for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, who sadly passed. Was it just a little over a week ago? As we prepare for a funeral tomorrow. Mum and Dad actually, they did go and walk past her lying in state yesterday. It took them 18 hours. 2. There we go. Right, and the national anthem now. God Save the Queen ringing round after the moment's silence there. Let's have a little look at the chat. Not a fan of the new logo. I haven't heard many people who are either, to be honest. Well, it looks like somebody's just done a caricature of Jack Knoll, doesn't it? With a tit on his head. Completely forgot Francois Venter existed. It's like watching a mime show. Oh no, have I got no audio? Have I got no audio, Grant? Is it gone? I'm not sure what's going on with the mic today. We'll keep an eye on things. We'll keep an eye on things. Right. So, we are moments from getting underway as audio's back. Oh, okay, sorry. Audio's good. Okay, fine, lovely. Matthew Carley in the middle, Dan Jones on one wing, Peter Allen on the other, and Claire Hodnett is the TMO in the van outside the ground. So, we will get things underway as always. We're a little bit behind the ball tracking, so we may get a few spoilers as we go along, but it's too nice not to have, do you not think? As Warriors go deep into the 22 and Jack Knoll will carry up first phase of the game. Townsend then just setting up better field position with an early carry from the forwards, and they will now set up the Caterpillar and go to the box. And Shilcock takes that and is instantly clobbered by Skinner. The Chiefs and the Native American thing was always a bit odd. The new idea of being Celtic Saxon Warriors makes more sense. It does make more sense. Does it really matter? Like, I mean, in the nicest possible way, if you're offended, like deeply moved and offended by a logo celebrating a group of people, and they're not part of that group, you probably are a bit soft, aren't you? It's just my opinion. It's just a badge. I get Exeter's reasonings, you know, they liked those visions and values of them, and well, so that's why they took it on. Now they've got a visions and values of a Saxon Celtic. So rape and pillage every team they meet. Sounds perfect. As Joe Simmons is straight in the corner to rape and pillage this Worcester defensive line, and he's in the corner. First try of the game. Yeah, how many Native Americans watch English rugby to get upset? I mean, there was a community of British Native Americans. I don't know how that is a thing. Maybe they identify as spirit penguins or something. I don't know. There was a group that were very vocal in it, that were of Native American heritage, and that's absolutely fine. But I don't. Can you fill me in what's happening with Sam Simmons, Henry Slade, Hogg? Quite a few lads missing. I don't know, actually. BT Sport didn't actually say anything about them, so maybe they're having. Maybe they've identified this as a rest game. I think there are some. Quite a few rest games teams are trying to identify because of a heavy international schedule. As that one slides wide to the right, and just watching this try back, 4 defenders super tight in close around the breakdown, having to stretch that backline defence and force them to bite in. It just creates hole after hole after hole. Bloody hell, Seb, you're talking rugby. Right, anyway, so was to kick back off in Exeter. Once again, very, very much exactly the same as it went from the kick-off. 1 phase, and we're going to kick away. So, up they go, and it doesn't go very far at all. Maybe a couple of minutes meters outside of the 22, and Worcester on the front foot. Cam Neild takes it in. Batley carries up now, looking to use forward runners off of the 10 and 12 channel as Humphreys is driven back. And it is an Exeter penalty. And Kitchener just shoved to the floor as he tries to run off with the ball. Right. So, kick downfield finds Exeter Chiefs on the Worcester 22. And we'll have this line out, which goes to the back pod, and it's all over the shop, but Exeter are able just to get away with it and slotted in the back. Driven back about 5 metres now outside of the 22, so Exeter will come again as they look to step inside, but into heavy traffic, and again driven back towards the 10. Capstick now then driven back to the 10 as he pumps his legs a bit and gets an extra couple of metres. Sebastian accepted you've been exposed into the Discord. That is a very good point, actually. If you're not in the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat if you want the link. As, McCallum absolutely beast the shit out of, I think that might be Skinner, and he's slow to get up. And advantage coming then for Exeter. We did add Sebastian Grammer to the super secret Discord channel. Did we ask? I don't know if we did. Right, we're going to have to review this. We're going upstairs for a tackle height. Oh no. Just add to Worcester's woes. The timing is okay. There is contact to the head, says the TMO. So we are going to have a look and see what is going on here. Ooh. Is it chin, or does he catch him on the shoulder first? I think it's chin first. We've got direct contact with the head. It's on his yeah, it's a red. This is a red card. For me, this is a red card. It doesn't look any better from the other angle. Oh, Matt Carley, what are we saying here? Wondering if the majority of the force is through the chest. I'm not in the High Council channel on Discord, but I enjoyed the random topics between the three of you. We can add Sebastian to the I mean, I don't know if Sebastian is going to be okay with it. We can always leave. We can add him in at some point. Right, so we're having mass discussion. We have a mass debate between the touch judge. We're going with a yellow card. Worcester down to 14 for 10 minutes. He's a very lucky boy, because that should be a red in my opinion. Let's get the yellow card on there. Come here, you. Very lucky, very, very lucky indeed. Ooh. There we go. That's close enough for me. Right. Yellow card then for Worcester. 10 minutes in the bin for our man. Finally, Worcester gets a break. That really should have been red. It really should have been red. My other take on Worcester is bloody nice city, great history, and bloody great pubs and restaurants. I was actually born just down the road in a town called Redditch. Worcester is my cricket haven, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful city. Mum and Dad used to live there. Beautiful, beautiful city. Right. But an offside penalty given, then 5 metres out, and Exeter look to drive on as they use the forwards, and then a pick and go, keeping it tight as Exeter so often do. And another penalty for offside. Tries to go quickly, no good. 6 offside. Who's that? Lee Warner. As Yendel again carries up. Empty stands as it's going to be held up is the call there. Similar to Tip's escape yesterday. I didn't see it. Right, so 5 metre drive denied by Worcester. Oh, I just thought the ball tracking's fallen away. Just get a little refresh on that. Long drop out, and Worcester bite again, and there's holes and allow Exeter to come back, and it's an absolute masterclass. Is that Ollie Lawrence for Worcester? A Jacqueline masterclass. Gets hold of Woodburn and rags the shit out of him on the floor. Drags him by the shirt. Then he gets his hands on the ball in his. Well, he's done a great job there because he's got ball and balls. As Ollie Lawrence just manhandles Woodburn. Beautiful piece of work there, and Worcester up towards the 22, just outside with the line out. It goes over the top and it's into Exeter hands, and they will kick downfield through Skinner as Hurl fires it back, but it's straight down the throat of Joe Simmons, just outside of the 22, who runs it up to the 10 and puts that. Oh, well, it's just some kick tennis here. Maybe they should give Worcestershire first-class status to have them replace Gloucestershire. And it's a good chance they'd do a better job. What do you mean, first-class status? Worcestershire County Cricket Club are a first-class team, as are Gloucestershire. Worcester are a Prem team, rugby, so are Gloucester. Not sure what you want here is pressure on Noel as he fires it into the. Oh, it's not made touch. It's bounced back in field, metre off the try line, and Worcester now have the ball on the Exeter 10. I thought that had gone straight out into the stands. As Simpson's away, little grubber through. It's a foot race now. Simmons. And, oh, I don't know who got there first. It's definitely an Exeter player that got there first, but did Simmons carry that back? Did Simmons tap that back? Great little move from Simpson. Great grubber kick. Oh! Oi! That should be a 5 metre scrum for Worcester. Worcester done dirty there. They have got the goal line dropout and great work from Jack Knoll to tip it back to Exeter on the 22, but hands go sloppy and hands are bouncing around and there's players over the ball. And Exeter just able to recover. Sorry, mate, I mistook them for Herefordshire. I'm with you. No worries. They should start by giving Worcester a fiver. They haven't got a fiver, so I'm sure they'd be grateful of it. As touched in flight, and all of a sudden Exeter look under pressure. This Worcester team want to put on a bit of a show for this East Stand today. 4,000 allowed in the ground for this fixture that almost didn't go. Almost didn't go ahead as Exeter slowly drive them back to halfway, and it's an interception. Skinner, and then played the ball on the floor, beautifully done, and Worcester able to kick their lines clear just outside of the Exeter 22 as Townsend jockeys that out. Controversial, Gloucester is in a desperate place next door to Cheltenham, which carries Gloucester, and Dickie could do a great video on local rugby there. Maybe. The Skeg one didn't go down so well. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It got 150 odd views, didn't it? So, I was very blessed in the early days of this channel with a couple of 50k videos, 100k video. 100 view videos. They always feel a little bit disappointing when you put the work in, but never mind. Not really doing this for views. I'm doing this for something to do. It's a hobby. So anyway, we've got a man down. Morozov is having a little bit of trouble with his shoulder. Rugby tonight, just heavily discussing Worcester's plight. The Skegness video was class. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate it. I thought it was alright. Right, so just wait and see what's going on here. Right. So BT here just talking about Worcester's lack of a pre-season, and as a result they just look rusty, and there's just things they're not quite getting right. Agree, it was funny as fuck. I'm taking you down the pub now, mate. I look forward to it. See, now if you're smart and you've got Chrome, you don't have to. You can listen through your lock screen, can't you? You don't have to. You don't have to have the YouTube app open. Right. Anyway, so Exeter go to the aerial route on halfway. And Hurl will take that. I mean, it's perfectly weighted. It's a metre outside of the 22. And there's massive pressure from Knoll coming on to that as well. As Worcester look to set up a bit better field position. So they're just inside the 5 metre channel to the touchline, just outside their 22. The original Swan Cowley Oxford. We're all off to Fleshen's local. I'll have a gin and tonic. I'm watching the waste. As Woodburn now pushes up for Exeter inside the 10 of Worcester now. Hepburn carries up in midfield. Skinner clearing out. Townsend. Great little offload to Woodburn. Thought there was going to be a gap there, but it closed around him quickly as that goes loose. And Jack Knowles will recover and pick up some steam. Squeeze ball from him. Much illegal, but the players always get away with it these days. Townsend gives it to Gray. Exeter now up to the 22, back into the forward phases. Townsend sees a little chink of light and tries the quick show and go and is chopped down. It's a bloody empty Irish pub. We'll see in a bit. As Exeter in the corner again, they change the direction. And it's Capstick that is in for the try. And poor Worcester. It's just gonna be a case of how many. What have we got? We got 4 likes on the stream. Can we get to 5 by half time? We're only 16 minutes played. Can we get to 5 by half time? And then, oh no, I've just realised I haven't updated the halftime show. Oh, this is going to be. Well, the halftime show is going to be pretty pointless today because it's already happened. Never mind. As the conversion is good. So 12-0 to Exeter. As the card runs down. So McCallum will now return to the field. Oops. So there we go. You're actually in sync with the ball tracking. Good stuff. Yeah, I think the ball tracking is being a bit slow today because it's my clock's still 25-30 seconds behind it. So right. Yeah, it seems like I'm in time for important stuff, but not general play. Because anyway, Jack Knoll receives the kickoff, gets a bit of better field position, and the forwards will set up a short line, and again straight back to the boot for Townsend. Most tries conceded in a Premiership season. London Welsh 147. West Hartlepool, I think that was 132. Oof. Could be a rough season for Worcester. Don't want to see it, do you? You want to see teams be competitive, but it is a shame. I mean, you've got to be a different sort of breed of mercenary as well, haven't you, to want to put your body through all of that just for a paycheck, knowing you're going to get smashed every week. Ugh. Anyway, Exeter setting up a box kick on there. Well, I mean, use it was called, and they messed about, and nothing's done about it. It's really bad from the referee, Matt Carley, there, but they all let them get away with it as Townsend forced to change directions. That's a high tackle, just a seatbelt. as penalty advantage coming now for Exeter on the 10 in front of the post. So you'd wonder whether that's going to be another 3 points if they come back, which they are coming back. Taken beyond 2 tries. I think that's a fair decision, to be honest. Exeter not messing about. They are going for touch as Morozov. There you go. I told you, once the commentator said it, I'll be alright. But he's off with the shoulder. So on comes Sutherland. Scottish international Sutherland, isn't he? Referee Worcester asking for numbers, and he comes in and goes, "I'm not calling the line out, so I don't know." It's Rory, isn't it? Let's get this updated. Let's get the change in there for Worcester. As Exeter lose the line out and Worcester set up the box kick. Right in the wind downfield. It's a decent nudge, and Simmons does well to hold on to that one over his head. And a penalty for Worcester. Not sure what that was for. He's just holding players into the breakdown way after the event. Commentary team just catching up with Steve Diamond, just celebrating the efforts he's put in. Is it true there's no relegation this season either? Might ease up the pressure for Worcester. I think there is relegation this season, dependent on the availability of... Oh, no. Yes, there is a relegation this season, depending on the availability of a championship team able to come up. But at the minute, I don't think any of those teams have what's required to go up. As Worcester then making their way forwards up through the Exeter 10, looking to find some holes in this Exeter defence. Nothing really on as Lawrence, little sexy check of the feet, and they still go short side, and there's not a lot of room to work in, and it will be a try for Alex Hurl in the corner. Something for the Worcester faithful to cheer about. He had no room to work with. There was 2 of them in that 5 metre channel, and it looked like man-on-man defence. That is a mistake from Exeter Chiefs. And Hurl fires down into that corner. And that's his 6th try in 20 appearances. Good work from Ollie Lawrence there. Was going to chip it off the floor, but opts to hold on instead. Right decision made. Wow. That was man-on-man defending. Just sloppy tackle. And Worcester in the corner with a successful conversion as well. So they are within a single score. Grant, come on Worcester! Let's go. Absolute scenes. It's a decent nudge as well. So, yeah, just confirmation there on ball tracking of the substitution. Sutherland on. Morozov off. We are 1 like away from 5. If you haven't yet liked the stream, do hit that like button. It helps us out massively in terms of our visibility. As Matt Carley having a little look at the crowd instead of looking at the game and misses a knock on. As Woodburn ships wide to Yendall. As it squirts out and Townsend has to pick it up and carry it himself. And Worcester just got their tails up a little bit now. So they're trying to get some strips and trying to get a bit of niggle, slow things down for this Exeter attack. And Simmons looks to work up the inside channel. No, nothing there for him. Jack Knoll then on the big... Yendall in midfield. Simmons up to the Worcester 10. Not a lot going on here. Worcester defending this portion of the field like it's their try line. Great work from them as they put pressure on, looking to force an intercept. And they are slowly making their way forward. Capstick now. Oh. Townsend then gets left isolated with no clearers, and that's it. Eventually a penalty is given, and it looks like it's given against now. Morozov sounds like a completely different Russian player. Mazel tov. Like it. Was that Sutherland that has been pinged there? Yeah, so Skinner just being instructed there by Matt Carley to get on with things. And we are having a water break as we do get some treatment. Right, so Marcus Street there, the tight head, just in a little bit of bother. Eddie Jones up in the stands as well. Commentary team discussing how he's chewing his gum. It is he's rather feverishly biting on that. As Gray wins the line out, up and down into the maul, about 7 metres out, and they try and get it rolling. Just sideways though, and only white players down as it comes to ground, so somehow Exeter managed to get this back as Schrunzer has a little carry, pick and go again from Hepburn. Yendall looks to move a little bit out, and it's popped out, and Worcester regain possession on their own 5, and they look to, Simpson fires it at Williams about 5 metres away, and it fires out of the back of the dead ball zone, but they did have the penalty advantage anyway, so they will have the opportunity to clear their lines. Steve Diamond there, looking very relaxed in t-shirt and jeans, alongside Nick Easter. Well, just talking about Worcester's scrum coach there, travels up and down from Scotland twice a week, hasn't been paid a penny by Worcester, but obviously believes in what they're trying to achieve, because he is still putting in a shift, as now it's Exeter's turn to be forced into a change. Street off, on comes Schickling. Right, so Tom Dodd's got it there, and he's going to have a little trundle, but flicks it off, and Worcester about 7 metres off their own try line as Simpson looks to set up the box and finds touch just outside of the 22. Good work from them. So pressure off for a second or two. As Exeter go off the top into midfield. Big carriers in Kirsten. Driven back though. Simmons caught by Lawrence. Kirsten again on the carry. Worcester looking to get off the line hard. Get in the face of Exeter Chiefs. And the minute it's working, his capstick is there. Worcester over the ball, right in front of the East Stand, and the fans go absolutely wild. Fans reaching for sock for Ollie Lawrence today. Is that Ventnor as well on the... So, just a little bit of housekeeping there. Don't run over the players on the ground, please. And Williams doesn't find touch deep in Exeter 22, and Simmons will return that with a lack of interest, as Williams puts this up, and pressure coming for Knowles, but there's the slip, and he straightens up and runs straight into Neld, who bounce off each other before they go to ground. Hepburn then. Townsend finds... Oh, who's that? Woodburn. Now then, up to the 22 before he's dragged down. Exeter looking to go quick. Penalty advantage coming for offside, I'd imagine, as they fire this wide. There's a two-man overlap. Capstick on the outside. Oh, full tilt. The tackle is made. I think it's Simpson that tries in vain, and Capstick is in over the corner. 17-7. Conversion to come. Second try of the game for him. Bish, bash, bosh. Exeter Chiefs doing bits. Just looking at that badge again. It is. It's Jack Knoll with a tit on his head, isn't it? Wow. Worcester gets sucked in. Fall for the trap. And because they're blitzing, they can't get there quick enough, and then they can't turn and recover, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, yes. Right, conversion to come. It's good. It goes through. 19-7 in favour of the away side. It's an absolute peach and a beautiful little bit of drawback on that from the touchline, and the visitors lead 7-19. Talk to me about your ruggers this weekend. Did you play? Anybody have a game on? How did you get on? Did you get any tries? What happened for you? We played Harpenden 3s yesterday as my Dunstablians 2s team. First game in the new London leagues. I say new London leagues. They're not new. They're just new to us. Merit 3. And we walked away with a nice tidy win. 20 points to 28. That's how you want to start your season, isn't it? Happy days. I'm still carrying an injury from the end of last season, so I'm struggling. So I didn't get on yesterday. I didn't play. I was a little bit too much for me. The old knee. But hopefully next week we'll be fit enough to play, as Worcester get the advantage, and still Yendall doesn't heed the referee's warnings as Williams tries a little chip through, but not a very good one. And Worcester will have the penalty to kick downfield. 7 minutes left off on the half. We are one like away from our target. So, how good is this going to be? I tell you what, it's not bad. It's about 10 metres out. It's about 10 metres out. Right then. Okay. Just talking about the try and the great work Jack Knoll did in there just to stand up his man to allow Capstick through. Just gets a little fend on. And it's a free kick for Worcester, who win that because Exeter were closing the space. Up they come then. Up they come then. Through midfield. Through using the forwards. As it goes backwards in the ends. And Worcester just about managed to secure possession, but it does allow Exeter plenty of time to realign. As Chunza gets the turnover. Great work from him. And Schickling is gone, he's away. Up to the 10. Bounces. Shilcock. And Shilcock has another go before he brings him down. And Schickling very grateful to be not had to go the rest of the 40 metres, I'm sure. Hepburn carries now. Schickling again. Driving. Right, so offside for Worcester, so Exeter will have the pen as we wind up this first half. Just 3.5 minutes left, and then they point the posts. Worcester will be outside of 2 scores, won't they, if they get this? Wow, that would be a shame. Well, I think that's a little harsh, that one. So, Worcester have made 128 tackles to Exeter's 33, missed 10 of those tackles to Exeter's 2. That's a big old number, isn't it? As this one does slide through, so it will be 7-22. Oh dear. Trouble, trouble, trouble at 6 ways. Right. Great kickoff. Flat kickoff up to the 10. Worcester retain possession, and here they come. But they do have a man down. Stayed down. Medics on the scene very, very quickly. Looks like it might be a head injury. As Worcester driving forward. Sutherland trying to get towards this 22-metre line. Fenter. Witten takes hold of him early. And Matt Carley now recognises the head injury. And his toe is on the ground when he's tackled. Oh, it's a massive, it's a muncher. He's been absolutely That's not on the ground. That's in the air. No, 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 no. TMO. It's done. For me, it's a yellow card. It's a scrum to Worcester. The timing is fine. The timing is anything but fine. I think that needs to have another look on the big screen. I don't think his feet are down at... It's not down at the point of impact. That is an absolute howler from the TMO. We are going to review the point of contact now. Right. My answer is this foot is not down. I don't think this foot is down at the point of contact. There. I think that he's... There's the contact. He's in the air. He is in the air. Come on. It's a penalty. I think it... Yeah, I mean... Penalty, right decision. We don't want to see players off the field, do we? Right, so... Fanning about, we get there in the end. It is a penalty. Worcester faithful not happy. It's not a yellow card. I can I can sympathise with their reasoning, but they will fire this down towards the corner. It's a very acute angle, so they've done well. They get about 10-15 metres out. That should be a yellow card, but not too controversial either. I mean, given the amount of frames that were in the foot landing, I think a yellow card might have been a little bit harsh in retrospect. Oh, and Worcester get turned over at the line out, and Hepburn carries. And Chiefs now just marshalling things now, trying to get the clock into the Reds. Just the 15 seconds left now as Townsend just racks up forwards. I'm in the pub having one as it's bloody empty. What, the glass or the pub? And that is the half then. So Worcester Warriors battle on, and Exeter lead the half 22 to 7 as we will take a short break with a very out of date half-time show. But we'll see you in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go and make a... Hi rugby fans. Did you know how soothing and relaxing subscribing to Rugby Geeks can be? You didn't? Well, let me tell you in this soothing ASMR advert, which stands for something, but I have no idea what. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Subscribing to Rugby Geeks means you will be notified every time we go live, meaning you won't miss any of the action. Don't waste time and stress yourself out searching the internet for a broadcast if you didn't have the right channel to watch on TV. You will also join a community of like-minded rugby fans every weekend. Also, subscribing really helps the channel grow, and that's just a super nice thing to do. When you hit subscribe, listen, you can hear your blood pressure decreasing already. Go on, make my day. Subscribe.
Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. These the dreamers never die.
Listen up. It's never too late to change your luck. So don't let them steal your light. Don't let them break your stride. There's light on the other side. You'll see all the rain clouds falling. It's a revolution. Make it right. It's forever.
Twerk it, baby. Can you see it? The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love. Falling people, listen up. It's never too late to change your luck. So don't let them steal your light. Don't let them break your stride. There's light on the other side. You'll see all the rain clouds falling. It's a revolution. Make it right. It's forever. It's forever. GC on the track, boy.
Right, we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Got. Oh, I haven't shut the door. Stand by. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, that was a bit of a shit halftime show, wasn't it? So yeah, I need to work on that, don't I? It's a bit out of date. Right then, so 22-7 at the break. Worcester need to... Well, they need to dig really deep. They've been asked to do an awful lot of work. Let's have a little look at some of the live statistics throughout the game. Here we go. Exeter 70% possession, 69% territory, made 380 metres compared to Worcester's 81. 108 passes for Exeter versus 42 for Worcester. Worcester have made 147 tackles to Exeter's 53. Exeter made 114 carries compared to Worcester's 37. Wow. Worcester are up against it, it's fair to say. Good golly, Miss Molly. Wow, wow, wow. The halftime show should be the Skegness video. Maybe. I was thinking maybe I'd just put some of the TikToks in, because I know a lot of the people on the YouTube don't watch the TikTok. So maybe we'll put some of the TikTok stuff on there. Wow. That telly ad just had a man in a lady's pubic costume. That was really weird. Right then. Oh, I had a sausage roll for half time. Living the dream. Right then. So we are just waiting for these adverts to wrap around, and then we'll be back with the action at Six Ways. It's been an emotional couple of months for the club and their fans. Very, very difficult times indeed, but they keep going. You have to respect how much they just keep going. So I mean, let's have a look at the poll. 7 of you have voted on the poll. 100% of you are in the Exeter camp. I don't blame you. I could do with a sausage roll before dinner. Oh, it was banging, mate. Banging. Bit of Lincolnshire sausage in there. Oof. Crispy pastry. Living the dream, treacle. Living the dream. That's what we were doing. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I'm on my own tonight. Can you do a roast for one? Or is that too sad? That sounds a bit sad, doesn't it? Right, we got 5 likes on the stream. We got there for the halftime show. So let's see if we can get it to 7. Let's see if we can get 2 more before the end of the game. That'd be great. If you haven't yet liked the stream, please feel free to do so. It helps us out massively in terms of being seen. So we'd really love that. Any support is grateful. Of course, if you haven't yet subscribed as well, please feel free to do that. We watch games pretty regularly. Rast is the one for the divorced dads go to dinner. Ooh. Oh, I mean, I'm not a divorced dad, but what's that? Rast dinner. Just keeps coming up. Roast dinners. I went to the Surrey Advertiser. I went to Toby Carvery after revamp and got more meat on my plate. Yeah, you did, you filthy animal. Right. Oh, roast. I mean, roasting is just a Sunday thing in Britain, isn't it? Is it? I saw an American celebrity. I think he was on Graham Norton. I can't remember who it was, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, we spend weeks planning for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners." And no, it was just Thanksgiving he was talking about, wasn't he? He's like, we play weeks and weeks of preparation and thought into Thanksgiving dinner, and we do it every week. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Right. So the players are back out on the pitch. We are, well, Exeter certainly are. Who knows? Oh, I've just noticed that Worcester, the floodlights at Six Ways are in the shapes of W's. I like that. I respect that. Right, so hopefully this won't be the last game we see at Six Ways for a while, but we never know what's going to happen in the coming days. So let's enjoy it while we've got it. As the empty three-quarters stadium is flashed around by the cameras, and referee Matt Carley gets the second half underway with a big old blast of the whistle, and the kickoff is big collision between the two Worcester players, and it's collected just outside of the 22. Done well to hold on to that as they work around the corner, looking to find some relief through a penalty for a high tackle. W for who's going to pay for this shit. For fuck's sake. I mean, kick a man when he's down, eh? I tell you what, there's a hell of a nudge. Williams. Oh dear, terrible kick. And it bounces over the top of Woodburn and out at the 10. And but Exeter steal the line out, and Woodburn will carry up. So more woes for Worcester. Maybe it's W for woes. Townsend then sets up the box kick and puts that up, and Woodburn will chase that, but Humphreys will take that comfortably, and McCallum will carry up, and Gareth Simpson has seen enough of that and puts that up, and Townsend will take it. Has to flick that away. Schickerling carries up. Kirsten now, and not a lot on for the Chiefs as Townsend snaffled up. Kirsten then with the pick and go. It's all got a bit slow and sloppy for Exeter as the counter ruck comes in, and then counter ruck back, but Worcester come away with it. And Venter, and then it's chipped over the top by Simmons, who go quickly, and Williams gets himself isolated, and that's silly play from Worcester. And Exeter get the penalty right in front of the sticks, about 25 metres. Not good for Worcester. I mean, it was never on. That play was never on, but they went with it anyway. And now Exeter will have a line out 7 metres out, and Johnny Gray up, down into the maul. It goes backwards to start with, and now it starts to crab sideways as McCallum doing a great job of disrupting this, and he's got his hands on the ball. It comes to ground, and McCallum has stolen it. Absolute filth. Oh, Murray McCallum, you shake your wang, you filthy, filthy beast. That was gorgeous. Oh, and so Worcester able to clear their lines, and they win the line out. And gone quick, and Lawrence, like a ball of barbed wire, is all arms and legs as they move the ball wide. And again, they look to shift this. Oh, ball tracking's done us dirty. Oh, it's Townsend. He's going to be under the sticks, and the Warriors will cheer with delight. The East Stand lights up. Windmill season. Shake your wang like Fleshen's old dwarf boss. Oh my days. Wow. From absolute nowhere. But the Warriors have deserved it. They're just fight and fight and fight. And I'm not sure who it was on the run through. It might have been Bately. Kirsten in all sorts of trouble trying to get with the tackle, but he's never anywhere near it. Jack Knoll can't bite in because there's a man outside. And Joe Batley running to the corners, waving on the Worcester faithful, screaming for more delight. Grant, he never had to shake it. Right, so some changes for the Chiefs. As Ewers is on for Kirsten. Wow, that's a bit naughty. I don't quite like that from. I don't quite like the cut of the commentator's jib there. Taking up a lot of our screen, he says, as the young replacement comes on for Kirsten. It's Ewers, Dave Ewers. It's a bit of a mean thing to say. Anyway, they've said it, and that's that. So we'll get that updated as Worcester again have a new lease of life as Exeter knock on. And Worcester, just a lovely bit of play there. Just watching that back again. Great acceleration from Bately. Lovely stuff. Not the image I wanted in my head, but it lives there rent free. So if he did the helicopter, would he take off? Oh, no. Just tap on the rim. No! We don't need that. Red zone effectiveness. 3 visits to the opposition. 22, 14.6 visits for 17 points. Worcester winning the efficiency battle. But they gotta get there. They gotta get there more often. 2 tries for the Worcester Warriors then to Exeter's 3. 14-22 at the moment. So we've just got, I think we've got a man down. So oh, well, there you go. Batley really struggling at the moment. We should not bring the... thank God I never had to see him try. We should not bring the Discord conversation here. But yeah, probably not. Probably not. Definitely not. Sorry. Oh, here we go again. So, red zone efficiency. Worcester, 4.7 points per visit to the 22. Exeter, 2.8. So they are taking their chances, and we have a free kick for Worcester. As Worcester call on another scrum. Austin Healy just calling for a law change. Let's see what you think. If you get a free kick from a scrum, you shouldn't be allowed to have another scrum. I think that's fine. Right, so Worcester then slowly working this back, and they go blind. And then swing it back the open side. Lovely play, and backwards from Exeter, who managed to get a fingertip to it. And Simmons will fire this downfield. Who's that? Humphreys returns down the throat of Jack Knoll, who slices the shit out of that. Oh, he sliced it like a cake. And it's out on the full. And Worcester, with the net gains, will have the line out just outside of the Exeter 22. I like that. All free kicks should be tap and go. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's just get play going. So Exeter then just now discussing with the commentary team that their error count too high. Don't like it. And Worcester, not straight, but get away with it, as so often we do at this level. Big carry in midfield from Venter, but driven back. Worcester just looking to lift this tempo as Warriors come on again. They're not going forward, but they are working with intent as they work side to side. And Williams gets the shovel away just in time, and Lawrence able to beat his first tackle. Langdon then carries up over the 10. Again, just Worcester working side to side as McCallum carries up. Not breaching that 10-metre line yet, though. They will now with Lee Warner as he drives those legs. 5 metres past the 10-metre line. Great carry from him. Shilcock. Oh, and how's he got away with that? And there's nobody home as Knoll stabs that downfield, and the pressure released as Simmons carries up over halfway, feeds it to one of the forwards who will carry, and hands in the ruck, so an advantage coming for Exeter. Oh, ho, ho! Wow, talk about twos up a tackle. One goes low, one goes high. And he's absolutely spiralled. He's windmilled out of there. Chunza, another advantage coming. White still allowed to play. And it's a good little steal there. I think that was Humphreys. But ruck was formed and hands in the ruck. So we will come back. Oh, here we go. We're going to have another look at this. Big old tackles going in, flying in left, right and centre. All penalties except for foul play should be a tap and go. Maybe. So Maunder replaces Townsend at 9 for Exeter. Cater's also on, but I've no idea who for. Another water break then. So while we do that, we will update this. Right then, so let's see. Oh, we got some midweek rugby Wednesday. BT Sports Harlequins Irish in the Premiership Rugby Cup. Okay, we might have a little look at that. We might stream that one. As oh, Van Heerden is on as well. Ruben Van Heerden is on for Doon. Done. Johnny Gray then. Exeter up in the 22. Capstick. Oh, there was space out there, but a little bit of greed. And Warriors doing well to stem the flow of the play. Keep them penned in that 15-metre channel. Now they drive them back outside of the 22. Good defensive set from the Warriors. Woodburn. Oh, for a second Lawrence was in over it, but they managed to clear him away. Van Heerden. The East Stand cries out Warriors as it squirts, but it's stripped on the floor. It's illegal. And it will be a penalty to Exeter in a very kickable place, but they will want that fourth try, that bonus point try, so they will likely go to the corner, and that's exactly what they do. So Exeter will have the line out. Oh, that is a little bit harsh. Right then. 11 penalties conceded for Worcester, 6 for Exeter. As Gray reaches that and gets the maul set. It's moving forward. And in come the cavalry. Advantage for Exeter. As they look to spin this wide. So it's a half a pitch pass, and Woodburn has to back himself, and he reaches for the line. And is that a double movement? I think that's a double movement. Grounding's fine, but we want to have a look at how we got there. I don't know about that. On-field decision is a try. Yeah, so it is a roll. Yeah, so it's no try. Right decision. And we are going to come back for the original advantages. So it's 22-14, 25 minutes left of play. 2 of you bad boys in here, 5 likes on the stream, 7 votes, 100% of you think Exeter are going to win this, and at the moment it doesn't look like anything but an Exeter to win. Yandel off. Sorry, Yendeloff in Ardon. So let's get that changed. And Exeter wants the scrum. Much to the disappointment of Austin Healy, which kind of makes me happy. So changes for Worcester as well. So, use it is the cry as Worcester start to roll this back. It fires out and is an overlap, and Woodburn's in the corner for the 4th try of the afternoon. Witten. And that's Woodburn's try. That's the bonus point secured for them, 27-14. It's all done and dusted. All but the formalities at 6 ways. There's no way back for Worcester from here, you wouldn't think. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. And it's such an easy try as well. Right, let's get some of these let's get some of these up to date. So, and the conversion is good as well. So it will be 29-14. Well, I mean, there's time for 2 tries. You wouldn't fancy it, though. I mean, you wouldn't like to bet on it, though, would you? Anyway. Worcester will get us back underway. And their woes continue. And the kickoff is long, just outside of the 22. Gray lifted into the air. Humphreys off. I didn't see who came on though. As Shilcock carries up. Catter makes the tackle as Worcester make their way up to halfway. And advantage coming for the offside as Simpson, who's back on... Sorry, he has left the pitch, is it? EXETER swapped. McCallum, oh, it's a dodgy pass. But we will come back for the advantage. And... they have that advantage to rely on. Right, so Worcester then with the line out just outside of the EXETER 22 will need to do something fairly quickly if they want to find a way back into this game. Fenter carries up hard and heavy, and another advantage for Worcester, straying offside. EXETER in a little bit of bother here. Just starting to rack those penalties up. Right, I think I've got the team sheets up to date now, so that's all good news. No, I haven't. No, who had? the line out, but they let Exeter off again. They have been poor at line out time this afternoon, which is a bit of a shame to see. Advantage is over, and Hurl will pick that up on halfway, up into the 10, and there is space. Oh, space potentially opening up, but it gets knocked on, and Exeter will have the scrum. Another change. Jay Tyack on and Murray McCallum off. Fletcher, what are you timing Grant out for? There's a space just above Alex Hepburn. It's driving me crazy. Oh, there is. There you go. There you go. That's much better. Right, so Warriors back down in the corner. Chiefs just conceding penalty after penalty after penalty. Welcome in if you're new round here. Another substitution for... Oh, I can't be asked. Hey! Worcester! Ball tracking has done us dirty here. Here we go. What are we going to see? It goes to the back of the line out and it's down into the driving maul. Or it's flicked off for Venter. Oh, Ollie Lawrence with the try. Wow, beautiful cutback line. Ollie Lawrence bounces the first tackler, sits his man down and doesn't lose any momentum. 7th try in 35 Premiership matches. Ollie Lawrence gets one on the board. Oh, I've just seen an advertising for West Midlands Safari. Beautiful. I love that place. Lots of beautiful childhood memories there. Bounces down Skinner. Absolutely fine there. And we will have the conversion, which will be good. And massive line. 13 metres of space between... Well, a 13-metre run-up for Lawrence on the tackler. And, well, there you go. One of you has voted in favour of Worcester on the poll. The Worcester comeback begins. Kenny on, Hepburn off. As Exeter kick off, and Worcester will take receipt of that inside their own 22. Simmons takes out on halfway and is mullered. Kitchener off for Kitchener. Jay Kitchener off for A Kitchener. As Inard carries up on halfway. Worcester looking to counter ruck. Making a right old mess of things for Exeter. What should have been an easy victory. Oh, there's this advantage coming for Exeter. Oh, excuse me. Worcester. And applause ringing out around six ways on the 65th minute. Let's see if the commentary team know why this is. 65-minute mark acknowledgement. Oh, there we go. So the Warriors fans on their feet applauding for the 65th minute because the Warriors staff have only been paid 65% of their August salary. And the chef just up on the balcony there watching the game, showing his colleague that he's got goosebumps from that. So that's a absolutely beautiful scene. Anyway, back to the action. It's a decent nudge from Exeter deep into the 22, and Exeter will try and put this one to bed. These Worcester Warriors just will not die. Welcome in if you are just joining us. 6 of you in here. Good to see you. If you're watching the game, let me know. What's your tipple this afternoon? What are we on? Nice touch from the Worcester crowd. Beautiful touch from the Worcester crowd. And it's knocked on. And there's some niggle. Let's go. This Worcester team want a piece of this. I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for this Worcester team. They've got no pay. They've got nothing but pride on the line. They are backed up into the deepest, darkest of corners. But they are here to fight. And I'm here for it. Hey, Brandon. Hey, man. Hope it's all well with you and the family. Good to see you covering the game today. I'm good, man. How are you? Long time no see. Hope it's all's well. Just get this scrum reset just inside of the Worcester 22. Just commentary team there, just talking about how well supported this Worcester club is. And whatever happens, this club isn't going to cease existing. It may be in a completely different guise. We may not have any visibility of it for many years to come. They may have to do a London Welsh and go all the way back down to the very bottom and build and rebuild completely as an amateur club. But they are not going to disappear. It's just whether or not they're going to be a Premiership club or not. But then, you know, that is... And a scrum penalty for Worcester as they absolutely drive through this, and Batley waving at the crowd, wagging his finger. Batley is absolutely feeding off this crowd today. This crowd, definitely a 16th man for this Worcester team. Loving it. It's an 8-point game with 11 and a half minutes on the clock. I think Worcester will be my Premiership team for this season. They're skint and a little bit shit. Feels very familiar to me. Oh, line out stolen again. Worcester have been awful at that line out. As Shunza, not done great to hold on to that, but he manages to keep it alive as Worcester counter ruck. Ceiling there from Exeter, you could argue, but allowed to get away with it. And Exeter looking to work their way towards the 10. Capstick, Skinner, Simmons. Oh, they shoot up instead of going cold. Ewers. Noel fires it out the back door to Simmons, who's snaffled up. Worcester all over this, but there's an offside and there's an advantage coming for Exeter as they look to go blind with Van Heerden. This game's just lit up all of a sudden for absolutely no reason. Absolute scenes. Love it. Premiership rugby at its finest. Yeah, Ollie Lawrence, just a side entry there. Never makes any attempt to get through the gate. And again, the crowd are up applauding. We've got another minute marker. Not sure what this one's for, but maybe it's just the love of their team. Ah, this one's for Her Majesty, sorry. Of course, 70 years reign. Applause for the minute. As Chiefs are in under the post. Jack Maunder with the score. And that's their 5th try. And well, Worcester keep fighting, but Exeter keep clawing a little bit, just chipping a little bit off them. Worcester just fold round the corner a little bit too feverishly, leave a gap on the blind side. In the blindside guard positions, and over goes Maunder with the pick and go. And this then to make it 36-21, which is good. And Worcester will get us back underway. 8 minutes left on the clock. But if Worcester, I tell you what, if Worcester, yeah, they get 6 round the corner, folding, and they're defending 4 people. Not good. That's just not having a pre-season. That's what that is. And a maul is called, and use it is called. The ball is at the back as Maunder eventually brings it into midfield with Cater. Worcester with the tackle and in and over, but just in the nick of time, Exeter able to get that clear out in. I tell you what, if Worcester could get a pen here, well, here is a pen. If Worcester could get a try from this set piece, as Exeter try to kick the ball away, so they are marched back 10, and all of a sudden you could argue this puts Worcester in range for a good line-out option. And it does, 7 metres out. Worcester need one more try for the bonus point. A try and a pen would get them within 7. They could still take 2 points from this as Simpson goes off for Chudley. Oh! You gotta love Ruggers. It's about 10 metres out, to be fair. So the line out goes up at the front and they set the driving maul. Can they work their way infield and forwards? They are moving forwards, inching their way forwards. Not fast enough for their liking as Lawrence is stripped and intercepted, and Simmons is slammed. Woodburn, it's got to be an advantage surely. How has he got that back? O'Loughlin, wow. Worcester deserves something from that. as Ewers carries and Maunder sets up the box, doesn't find touch. Shilcock looks to spread it into midfield. He's been absolutely murdered. Searle. Ewers has absolutely killed him. Folded him like a deck chair. Filth. As Worcester come again. Knock, knock, knock on the door. Searle. Oh, there's a little bit of space. There's a chink of light as... who's that? Ollie Lawrence looks to step inside. Worcester can take so much pride out of this game. Searle. They go wide again. Neild, who's running over players. Chudley for... not sure who that was out there, but up inside the 22. Worcester desperate to find a way through. 7 metres out, and it's a knock on. Chudley just slips when he goes to pick up the ball. And Matt Carley just smiles at Johnny Gray. Oh, it's gone a little bit frantic. It's got a couple of bodies down. Who is going to get the BT man of the match, player of the match, isn't it, these days? We need to give our Dick of the Day as well. Who's had a standout game? Capstick, yeah. BT have given it to Capstick. I tend to agree with that one, so I will go the same way. Capstick's our Dick of the Day. He's been absolutely phenomenal. 2 tries. His tackle rate has been insane. And he has been an absolute workhorse. Just at 22 years old, and he is a force to be reckoned with. Oh, Sam Simmons, going back to our question earlier, isn't fit. That's why he's not available, and it's a penalty to Exeter. Not sure how, because Worcester were the ones going forward, but 17 on the floor, so I think that might be Tyak. So there we go. And 3 minutes left on the clock. Oh, go on, Exeter. Just let them have a try. It's not going to find touch. So Worcester will have possession for the last 3 minutes of the game. What can they do with this? Maunder makes the tackle. Batley, he's another one that could have been in the Dick of the... In fact, yeah, we don't want to go with BT. We'll go with Batley for Dick of the Day. He's been fucking insane. And he has absolutely lived and breathed this crowd. Ollie Lawrence, Dick of the Day, that could be a good shout as well. I mean, he's had a few fraudulent moments, though. As Venter carries up. No, Batley's going to be our Dick of the Day, I think. He has lived and breathed this Worcester crowd. As Worcester kick downfield. It's a little chip, and the bounce doesn't quite drop for him. And Shilcock picks it up, and then Bluefur, right, what? Oh, we've got a scrum. It's a little chip over. Skinner touches that first. It should be a Worcester scrum, but it's not. It's going to be an Exeter scrum, and that's pretty much... Wow, there we go. It's just not been It's just not been Worcester's day. Good shout with Batley. Yeah, he's been awesome. Noel is off. Cordero is on. Noel will be glad to be off this AGP, won't he? He does not like the 4G pitches. So, standing up. 50 seconds left on the clock. Oh, you just do the right thing, Exeter. Give Worcester the bonus point. Do the right thing. I mean, it's not going to happen, is it? Right. Ollie Lawrence really furious about something or other. I think it's the time wasting as this. We will have a Worcester penalty with 5 seconds left on the clock. Well, can Worcester find a way? They go to the corner. It's not the best of kicks in the world. They're about 18 metres out, I'd say. What could be done? The drama. Oh, the East Stand could erupt. Oh, Van der Merwe there on the bench. I think he's playing or not playing because of disputes, isn't he? Over pay. Come on, Worcester, indeed. Right. It's going to be on the 22, this, as they go up at the front. Little flick out the middle. Searle. Oh. It's so flat, the gain line. It's almost impossible for Ollie Lawrence to ever get on the end of that. And Exeter chip that out the back. And it's a bonus point win for them. Worcester get absolutely nothing out of it. Oh. Referee hasn't blown the final whistle. And we are getting some confirmation from the TMO as to what's gone on here. Oh. Right, the ball doesn't clearly go forwards off of Skinner. And that is that. It's done and dusted. No try bonus point for the Worcester Warriors. And that is a dire shame. Just like their wages, Worcester get nothing out of this game. Wow. Wow. Right, well, I mean, that concludes round 2 of the Gallagher Premiership, doesn't it? So let's go. Should we quickly go through some of the results? So round 2 then. Northampton Saints hosted London Irish yesterday. There was no Friday night games, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. But 38-22 in favour of the Saints. Then we went down to the Rec. Bath host Sale Sharks. And the visitors walk away with the win there. 37-20 in favour of the Sharks. Then off to the Stoop. Harlequins, Saracens, and what an absolute treat of a game this must have been for the 12,831 in attendance. 27 Harlequins, 30 Saracens. Oof. 27-30, what an absolute game. Saracens trailing 24-12 at half time. Oof, brutal. Then off to Welford Road. big old attendance there. 18,000 at Welford Road. As we see West Ham women beating some Everton 1-0. And Motherwell losing 3-0 to Hearts. Oh dear. Anyway, Tigers v Newcastle Falcons, 36-21. And then the final game yesterday, Wasps v Bristol Bearbacks. And Wasps lost 8 points to 23. And then finally, of course, today, the game that we've just enjoyed together, Worcester Warriors v Exeter Chiefs, 21-36 for the 4,000 in attendance in the East Stand. Significantly lower attendance because of those council regulations. Right then, Friday nights for URC games. Yeah, we'll be doing some URC, but there was no UFC on this Friday. It's round 1 of the UFC. So, right. Well, that's all we got time for this week. So we will see you, hopefully, we'll see you Wednesday for the Queen's Premiership Cup game. If we've got some midweekers, I'm all about some midweek games. Happy days. Right, if we don't see you, we will see you later on. So thanks so much for joining us. And I haven't got an end card. That's fine. Right, I'll see you later. Bye.